Trust, business brokers, home care, along with many other topics. Now here are your hosts, Steve-O and Sophia.
Good morning, South Florida. Welcome to another Ask the Expert show, where we bring you the finest experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. We've got a great show for you this morning, especially with our audience. We have more of a mature audience. Let me welcome our great expert, Florida senior planning attorney, Tom Olson. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Steve, and all of your listeners in South Florida. I'm attorney Tom Olson with Florida Senior Planning, and we help people with estate planning anywhere in the state of Florida. We can assist you all the way from the Keys to Pensacola.
Hey, I'm jealous, Tom. You have the most amazing radio voice, but you know what? It's so nice hearing your passion for estate planning, because I have learned now with letters that are coming in, people are afraid that because they don't understand about estate planning and how important it is. And that's why we have shows like this to educate people. Tell us about Florida Senior Planning, Tom.
So, Steve, we pride ourselves in making it simple, easy, and inexpensive for people. When you come to see Florida Senior Planning, we're going to gather information from you, ask you questions, and tell you what your homework is and what we're going to do for you. And Steve, when you leave here, you're going to fully understand what our action plan is. A typical action plan would be 4 documents where we do a will for you, where you dictate what happens to your wealth when you pass away. A living will declaration where you ask that you not be kept alive by machines, what I call a pull the plug document. A healthcare surrogate. So if you're not able to, you're appointing somebody to decide what doctors, what hospitals, what medications. A financial power of attorney. So if you're not able to, you're appointing somebody to pay your bills and manage your affairs. That's part 1, Steve, and getting those basic estate planning documents done for people. Part 2, Steve, is helping people to avoid probate. People want to avoid probate because it's expensive and it takes a long time. Steve, I've been a lawyer for 45 years now, and when I tell people we want to help you to avoid probate, they'll shake their head and say something like, yeah, I know, Tom, you're right. We need to avoid probate. My mom died, or a friend died, or a sibling died. We understand that probate's expensive and takes a long time. And yes, Tom, we want you to help us to avoid probate. And we can do that for you at Florida Senior Planning.
Hey, when you have a will, Tom, does that avoid probate?
Steve, a lot of people think that's true, but that is not the case, Steve. A will simply directs what happens to your assets when they go through probate. Steve, we get calls every day that say something like this: Tom, my mom has passed away. In her will, she left everything to me. I went down to her bank and said, hey, here's mom's death certificate. Here's her will. It says when I die, she dies, everything goes to me. Now, would you be kind enough to hand the money over to me? No, the answer is no. The bank is not going to let you get into mom's bank accounts without some kind of probate process and court authority that would allow you to get access to mom's bank accounts.
No, in fact, I'm just noticing we just got another text. People want to know, they keep hearing the word elder care. People want to know, what is elder care?
So I call it a broad category, elder law. It's really about estate planning, getting their affairs in order, doing these basic documents. Sometimes we use a revocable living trust for people, another estate planning tool. It's about getting their affairs in order so that when they pass away, things will be simple, easy, inexpensive for their children when they pass away. And that's the good news about that is that when we can accomplish that goal, it is much less likely that your children will be arguing with each other when you pass away. So that's part 2, is helping them to avoid probate. Part 3 is helping people get free in-home care for seniors. And as part of that, making sure that we protect their wealth from the cost of a nursing home. So we do estate planning for people so that they can pass on as much of their wealth as they can to their children. That's what people want to do. But when we do part 3 to get you free in-home care and protect your wealth from the cost of a nursing home, we want to make sure that your wealth is still there when you pass away, Steve. You know, a typical nursing home is $15,000 a month. We want to protect assets and get the state of Florida to pay for that nursing home. But before you ever get to a nursing home, Steve, state of Florida has what's called a waiver program where the state of Florida will provide you up to 30 hours of free in-home care for like cooking, like cleaning, activities of daily living, taking your doctor's appointments. This waiver program, Steve, it's all about keeping people in their home as long as they can, and that's what people want. See, by the way, at Florida Senior Planning, we have free booklets on all of these topics. You can call us right now. We'll mail those free booklets to you. Easy ways to avoid probate, how to avoid probate on your home, how to get free in-home care for seniors, how to protect your wealth from the cost of a nursing home. We have operators standing by right now, Steve, and we would love for some of your callers to pick up that phone and call Florida Senior Planning right now at 407-423-5561, or you can always find out more about us and get the booklets at floridaseniorplanning.com.
Tom, one of the things that impressed me most of all about your firm is when we first started talking, you said, we want to keep people from having to go into probate. Tell people why you want to avoid probate.
Well, 2 things, Steve. It's expensive and it takes a long time. So Florida statutes recommends an attorney fee to be equal to 3% of those assets that go through probate. They recommend an executor personal representative fee of 3% of those assets that go through probate. So the mom passes away and all she owns is a $400,000 home and a $100,000 CD, and mom has not taken steps to avoid probate, to run those $500,000 worth of assets through probate. 3% attorney fee, 3% executor fee, $500,000 times 6%. That's $30,000 to run those assets through probate. That's a lot of money, and people want to avoid it. Hey, plus add 6 to 9 months for that probate to take place. It takes a long time. Steve, at Florida Senior Planning, we are all about helping people to avoid probate. It's making it much easier, simpler, inexpensive, and quicker for your children to get their share of your wealth.
How about probate on their home? How can you help them avoid that?
So, Steve, we have a great tool for avoiding probate in real estate in Florida. It's called a Lady Bird deed. We can use a Lady Bird deed to avoid probate on your home, your vacation home, your beach condo, your timeshare, your investment property, your rental property. We can use this Lady Bird deed even if you have an existing mortgage on the property. That's not going to stop us from using a Lady Bird deed. That Lady Bird deed is a deed that Florida Senior Planning would prepare for the client. It states that as long as the client is alive, it is their property to do with as they please. They can live there or live somewhere else and collect the rent. They can sell it, refinance it. They can maintain full control over that piece of property. Within the Lady Bird deed itself, it literally gives the names of who gets this piece of property when you pass away. As an example, I'm always using a client that's got 3 children. So your 3 children's names are literally within this Lady Bird deed that we do for you. So when you pass away, the only thing we need to do is record your death certificate in the public records. That Lady Bird deed, together with your death certificate, is going to automatically pass that piece of property on to your 3 children. No headaches, no hassles, no probate. It could not be more simple. It is a great tool for avoiding probate on real estate here in the state of Florida. Steve, it's called a Lady Bird deed. And By the way, if you ever call our office and say, I'm looking for that ladybug deed thing, well, we know what you're talking about. It's Ladybird Deed. Lyndon Johnson, a president, was the first one to use it in favor of his wife, Lady Bird Johnson. And that's where we get that name, Ladybird Deed.
Tell us about your free in-home care program for seniors.
So it's a program provided by the state of Florida. It's called the Waiver Program. It will provide up to 30 hours per week of free in-home care when you need it. Now, when you're ready to get into this program, the state of Florida will interview you. And we have people here that used to work for the state of Florida, so they know what these interview questions are. We will coach you on the proper way to answer them so that you properly reflect the situation going on with you or your parents. And so the state of Florida, when you do this interview, they will rate you on a scale of 1 to 5. If you rate a 1, you don't really need it. You're not going to get it. You got to rate a 5 before the state of Florida will provide you with this 30 hours of free in-home care. We know how to coach you to answer these questions to rate a 5. Once you rate a 5, you're on like getting a Disney Fast Pass. You're going to get this free in-home care. It is still about a 6-month process from start to finish, Steve. So if you're interested in this waiver program, free in-home care for yourself or for your parents, you got to always be thinking 6 months out. Okay, it's not what's going on today. It's what you think might be going on 6 months from now. To get this free in-home care, Steve, you get to keep all of your assets, your home, your beach condo, rental properties, cash in the bank, IRAs. In this free in-home care, the waiver program, you get to keep all of your income, your Social Security, pensions, required minimum distributions on your IRAs. You get to keep it all, Steve. So to get this free in-home care at Florida Senior Planning, we can get you financially qualified for it. You get the free in-home care, you get to stay home longer, and you get to keep all of your income.
I don't think people all realize how much it costs. You just mentioned $15,000 a month for a senior living. And it just, if you don't protect your assets, and I was thinking the other day, Tom, what a great gift to give your parents is to give them the gift, give them your phone number, have them set up an appointment with you, and give them I think it's a peace of mind when they come see you, Tom.
Steve, we do offer a free initial consultation to talk about these things we're talking about today: estate planning, avoiding probate, free in-home care for seniors. We can do that initial consultation over the phone, via Zoom, or in person, whatever you prefer. And Steve, when we do this planning for people for the free in-home care or to protect your wealth from the cost of a nursing home, we can do it 2 ways, Steve. We can do crisis planning or we can do pre-planning. Of course, we prefer to do the pre-planning. When we do this pre-planning for you, we put everything in a notebook, nice and organized for the client. It's like a blueprint. They can tell their kids, if I ever need some extra help at home, or I have to ever go into a nursing home, here's a blueprint for everything you need to do right here in this notebook, set out for whether I go to a nursing home or me and my spouse both go to a nursing home, everything you need to do to protect our wealth from the cost of a nursing home, Steve. So you are doing a great service to your kids to do this service for them. But if you're out there and you're helping to take care of your elderly parents here in the state of Florida, well, God bless you for doing that. But maybe you need a little bit of help to continue on with that. This free in-home care waiver program would be great. Steve, we got free booklets on all these topics: free in-home care, how to protect your life savings from the cost of a nursing home, how to avoid probate on your home. Call us right now, Steve. Our operators are standing by. We want to hear from you, your listeners. Call us at 407-423-5561. Again, 407-423-5561. or check us out at our website, floridaseniorplanning.com.
You know, you just kind of brought it up. Someone just texted us that a friend of theirs in Texas, their estate planning attorney gave them a nice binder. That's what you do also, right?
Steve, we have been using 3-ring binder notebooks for probably 15 years now. It is a great way for people to get their estate planning documents organized. Number one, they're 3-hole punched. All the original documents belong to the client. They go in a notebook. The client takes the notebook home. We scan everything for our file. We put a scanned copy of everything on a thumb drive for you, so it's easy for you to share a copy of these documents with your kids. And in this 3-ring binder, we also have tabs for other things like your funeral and burial instructions, a place for you to put copies of deeds, a copy of bank statements, a place for you to put passwords for your financial accounts if you're comfortable doing that. So it's a great way to stay organized and make it easy for your kids to find this white notebook when the time comes.
People can see we're running your phone number and your website address on YouTube, but for those who are listening on radio or on iHeart or Spotify, how do they reach your office?
Steve, they can call us right now. We got operators standing by to mail out these free booklets to you on these topics. And Steve, guess what? I wrote these booklets. That means that they are, number one, easy to read, to understand. And number two, they got big print, so easy to read. We'd love to out these booklets out to you. Call 407-423-5561 or go through our website, floridaseniorplanning.com.
Hey, Tom, we love having you on. Tom will be back again with this month. This is such an important area of the Ask the Expert show. Tom, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. Hey, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Steve, to all your loyal listeners.
Thanks, Tom. That's attorney Tom Olson. That's going to do it for us today. We'll be back again with you next week with more Ask the Experts.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.